Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you 3 fragrances that were inspired purchases from other fragrance YouTubers. If you'd like to know what those fragrances are, then keep watching. I am very aware that YouTubers can inspire a lot of purchases. Makeup, skincare, fashion, home items, and fragrance have definitely been inspired by fellow YouTube content creators. Some of them have millions more subscribers than I will ever imagine that I could ever achieve. But when it comes down to fragrance, I can definitely name 3 distinctive fragrances and 3 distinctive YouTubers that definitely inspired my purchases. And I want to share those with you guys. And it's also exciting that these are 3 fellow female fragrance reviewers. So I'm going to share those fragrances with you. This video won't be too long, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So let's go. The first one I'm going to talk about is one of the first channels that I really started watching. She's an OG. She's been doing this a very long time. Just somebody that's very knowledgeable, very honest, very passionate, and very experienced about fragrance, and it's Delicious Delights. And I can definitely 150% credit her with every Maison Lancôme purchase, because she is the one that got me truly interested in Maison Lancôme. And if you guys don't know, that is a line that I love. And if it wasn't for Delicious Delights, I don't know if I would have been turned on to the house soon. Also, if you hear my cat screaming in the background, he is lonely and he is not allowed in here because he tries to eat the bottles of perfume and he's not allowed to eat them. But going back to Arlene from Delicious Delight, she's so knowledgeable, and I just remember watching her videos and her talking about Oud Bouquet, talking about Jasmine's Marzipan, and really getting me excited to try these houses because she has an amazing taste in fragrance. She's an exceptional reviewer, one of the best, been doing this for so long, and I was just so excited. So I started purchasing and trying and seeking out Maison Lancôme fragrances because of Delicious Delights. And the first one obviously is Oud Bouquet. Now this is the newest formulation of Oud Bouquet. I have tried the original. Actually, Carlos sent it to me so that I could do a comparison between the two like a year or 2 ago, and I can definitely say that there is a difference in regards to just the depth of just decadence that the original has over the newer one, the newer formulation. But I still viciously love the newer formulation. It's also a fragrance that I get a lot of compliments on. It's not going to be for everybody, but it is a fantastic and beautiful gourmand fragrance that really focuses on woods, rose, and this just really just gorgeous, delicious accord that's just fantastic. The praline in here is just beautiful. And so I basically credit Arlene with every single Maison Lancôme purchase because she opened the doorway for those fragrances for me. Now, would I have tried them? I might have, but I wouldn't have tried them as early on, and I'm not sure I would have had you wouldn't have gone out or the excitement to try it. And whether or not I'm excited to try something doesn't change my initial impressions of it, but I also can't take back the impact that Arlene's opinions and reviews on these fragrances had on me. So I'm going to credit everything to her because that's just the right thing to do. But Oud Bouquet was the first one. One of the first friends I made in the community, and unfortunately I don't really talk to that many people. It's just because I'm an introvert. But somebody that I met a few times who I consider to be a genuine person. She was wonderful, incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly passionate about fragrance, was Tina, the Critical Virgo. And there'd be 5 or 6 of us together. We'd go to restaurants, you know, there half of us would be fragrance reviewers, other ones would be extreme fragrance enthusiasts, and we would bring samples and samples and samples to try everything. And one thing I always loved about Tina is she carried this bag, and it was like Mary Poppins bag. She would bring out bottle after bottle after bottle of Mancera or Montal fragrances. She was so in love with that house, and her favorite fragrance from the house is definitely one that I love, and she gave me I think 1 or 2 decants of this, is Choco Violet from Mancera. Now this is a beautiful fragrance. It's a gorgeous chocolate. It's a beautiful violet. It just kind of comes together to create something really delicious and decadent, and also just really effortlessly beautiful, but also substantial too. There's just something about this that is just a fantastic, fantastic fragrance. And this is Tina's scent, her favorite scent from the house, and definitely if it wasn't for her, again, I probably would have tried it, but I also don't experience too much Mancera or Menthol, so I don't know if I would have. So I definitely have to give this to Tina, because she was so in love and enraptured with the scents. And I mean, like, anytime we would meet out to go to dinner or to meet up someplace to smell things, again, like Mary Poppins bag, she would just pull bottle out of her purse, and she just loved Choco Violet so much. So I definitely have to give her credit for me spending the money on that perfume. Last and certainly not least is Lola from Lola Scents, and her unicorn is actually the Eau de Toilette from Guerlain Meteorites, the one that was released in 2000. Now, I used to go to Epcot a lot. I used to love to go to the Food and Wine Festival, and I love shopping for fragrances there. And I've met Lola once in person. She's so amazing, so talented, just so absolutely passionate about fragrance. She's a perfect human being. And I just remember like her reaching out to me when I was like talking about going to Epcot, and she's like, oh my gosh, can you see if they have meteorites there? That is my unicorn. That is my fragrance. And I love the smell of meteorites, and I love violet perfumes, obviously. So I went there, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find a bottle of it, but it got me thinking, like, should I try and track down this fragrance? Because Lola has perfect taste in fragrances, and we both love like violets and florals and powders, and just, I was like, if she's got impeccable taste and this is her unicorn, I need to track down a bottle. So I finally tracked down a bottle of it, and I think I spent $120 on it, like 120, 130. I spent a bit of money on it. I'm not worried about it, and gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I can definitely completely understand why this is her unicorn. But it was a love at first sniff for me when I first tried it on. So ridiculously beautiful violet. I like how it's got this soft powdery, but it's not like a stale dry powder. It's almost alive. It's really beautiful. But I can definitely say, like, when I first smelled it, I completely understood where Lola was coming from with this being her unicorn. Well, that's it. Those are the 3 fragrances. There's a lot of other fragrances that definitely were inspired by other YouTubers, other fragrance reviewers, and people like that. But I wanted to focus on these 3 because these 3 to me just kind of really signify what I love about the fragrance community, which is people sharing their natural and organic and genuine love and honesty and thought and experience with fragrances in a way where I've been blown away and completely impressed. You know, when it comes down to the Maison Lancôme lineup and Arlene's reviews, like, she's the one that got me into that. When it comes down to trying a beautiful gourmand fragrance that has the perfect amount of floral in it, I definitely probably wouldn't have gotten my nose on it nearly soon enough if it wasn't for Tina, and a discontinued beauty that might have slipped under my radar from Lola. These are all great examples of amazing reviewers who have real integrity, honesty, passion, and experience. And generally, I love these fragrances. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know if YouTubers have inspired any purchases that you guys have just been absolutely in love with, or you've made purchases based off of YouTuber recommendations that you're just like, oh, no thank you. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!